Morning everyone, welcome to a brand new Tenerife travel day. We are flying off to Tenerife today from Liverpool Airport, so I'm going to be taking you along with me. Now, in this vlog, I'm going to be showing you the best secret seat that you can book on Ryanair. It's a secret one, some of you may know, some of you may not, but I will show you the exact seat that you want to try and book when you're clicking on, and maybe you might have to pay a little bit more. But I think this seat is going to be an absolute winner, especially for someone like me who's 6'2". So bear that in mind as well. But I'll show you the full process. We're going to fly off to the sunshine of Tenerife. I've enjoyed a few days here at home with mum and dad going the game and things. I live over in Tenerife if you're new to the channel. So I'm returning back to Tenerife where I live. I've had a few days here and then it's back to the sunshine. But to be fair, it has been nice and sunny while I've been here. So I really cannot complain. I have had some lovely weather. But I'm going to show you the full process. But I'm up and about. We don't fly until 3:30. I'm up and about. It's 9 o'clock. Going to do some little bits. We'll have a little bit of breakfast, go for a little coffee and things before we head to the airport. And I'll show you how easy it is at Liverpool Airport now as well. They've got those brand new security systems, brand new security scanners. So it should be an absolute breeze today. So join me for this travel day. Let's get ourselves off to Tenerife. I hope you enjoy it. And let's stride on. Now, like I said, it has actually been some really nice weather while I've been back. It's gone a little bit cooler now the last couple of days, but we have still had a bit of blue sky and sunshine around and things, which is nice. I've been seeing the ducks have been in the garden all week and they're not here now. I'm sure they'll be here a little bit later on. But yeah, I'm excited to get back to cracking with the businesses and everything. And I've enjoyed a nice little break, but it is time to fly back. I'm definitely thinking though it's time for a little Starbucks or something. I'm either thinking Starbucks, which I know is good. I know I like it. I love the caramel shortbread in there. Or do I go and try and support a little local coffee shop just down the road, which is also meant to be really good. So I'm 50-50. I'll wait for Dad's just popped out. I'll wait for Dad to come back. And we'll either do a Starbucks or maybe go for a little local one maybe. But it is a Sunday, so is it going to be open? This is the other thing. We are flying on a Sunday. That's just how it worked with the days I had off with work and things and going to the game. However, flying on a Sunday, I do usually find that is the best day to fly. Previously, flying to Florida, we've done Sundays and I loved it. The roads are quiet. Getting to the airport is quiet. The airport itself usually a bit quieter, not as many flights. It just seems a much more relaxed, chilled atmosphere, especially those few Florida ones that we did. So I think if you're not traveling in like school holidays, or like, you know, peak Easter and things like that, the weekends can actually be a bit of a quieter time to fly if you're not tied down to school holidays, especially Sundays. So we'll test that out today in Liverpool. I don't think I've actually flown from Liverpool to Tenerife on a Sunday, but usually I do prefer it. I'll always try and aim for a Sunday if I can, because I do find it much quieter, much smoother. Getting to Liverpool today will be quieter. The other end in Tenerife, the roads will be quieter because it's Sunday, so I just find it all flows a bit smoother. Well, it's turned into another nice morning. The sun's poking out, so we're walking down to the local coffee shop, end of the road, and we'll see if they do a nice little caramel latte. They do amazing homemade cakes, Dean tells me.
Oh well, that might be a bit of breakfast. I thought you were having bacon.
I will, but you know, there's always room for a little sweet treat as well, you know.
I'm going to say I've got baguettes there. We're going to make some baguettes out the oven.
Baguettes and bacon. That's a good question. What do you have for breakfast on a travel day? Do you try and eat light? Do you go heavy? Do you take it easy? When you fly, a lot of people like to eat light, don't we? But then there's other people who like to stock up so they haven't got to buy stuff on the plane and all that.
The last several trips to Tenerife, it's been a meal deal.
Meal deal in the airport. It's probably the best way of doing it. But I'm a bit of a sucker for the old Ryanair.
Yeah, I know you are.
Bacon rolls.
No, I haven't ate on the plane for ages.
I quite like them. It kills a bit of time.
Also, if you get 2 meal deals, eat one while you're waiting to board and all that faffing round.
How many meal deals do you need? How many sandwiches do you need?
Right, 2 sandwiches. One while you're waiting and one to take on the plane. It's a 4-hour flight.
Well, let us know. What do you go for? What do you do? Do you have a big stocker breakfast in the airport? I think a lot of you will have a little cheeky breakfast and a pint as well in the airport since you're on your holidays.
Well, yeah, that's something I try to avoid, because I know when I get to Tenerife I'm going to be having a pint with you, so
Let us know.
Don't want to start drinking too early.
So this is in Maghull, by the way. We've walked quite a little bit rather than drive, but we're heading to this one in Maghull. If you know the area, you might want to pop down for a little cheeky coffee.
And we're just feel a bit jaded this morning. It was an exciting day, and then we had a 2-0 lead and we blew it. You know,
It was. I said in the vlog, it was a bit of a weird atmosphere yesterday. I don't know. It was like felt like a bit of a testimonial or a friendly.
Well, I think because
like neither team had anything to play for, but we did though, didn't we?
Well, we did. Our pride and saying bye-bye to Goodison. I don't think we really.
Yeah, and places each place in the Premier League is worth like, you know, £3 million, but it's closed. So it's Starbucks. It is. So we tried to support local, but on a Sunday, supporting local doesn't exist.
Google said it was open.
Bank holiday, sunshine, get yourself into work.
You know what's happening, don't you?
Working from home.
They're working from home.
They got the Dulce Gusto machine on at home. You get those steps in. Come on.
Dad's fuming because he's done some steps for no
He's
reason.
dragged me all the way down here.
Come on, and those cookie straws.
Ah, yeah, there's a thought.
Right, here we are then. Starbucks every time. Cheeky Starbs, Disney tops on.
Yeah.
What are you having?
Someone questioned this the other day.
I
Why
think
do I have tea in a Starbucks? Matty and Ellen it was. How do you go to Starbucks and have a tea? What's wrong with that?
Well, because nowhere else is open. Hey, question. I think you should try today.
Go on.
Do you like cold coffee?
No.
You should try the new tiramisu latte.
I'll try it.
The new tiramisu latte. It's cold. I don't like.
I'll have a sipper.
Right.
You
Go on
won't.
then.
I'll have a
If I'm
sipper.
getting it.
I've got a classic story to tell that Matty told me about working from home.
WFH.
I have, over tea and breakfast.
The new tiramisu latte. Which one did you go for?
Just the tiramisu cream iced latte, not the shaken espresso.
You don't put anything in that, do you?
No, no, not my caramel latte. No, thanks very much. It looks very tiramisu vibes.
It does.
So you've got the sugar
I've
stuff on
heard
the
good
side?
things.
No, I've heard they smell funny. Can you give it a smell? People have said they smell funny.
Smell a bit like tiramisu.
That's fine then.
Yeah, you smell?
Yeah, it smells like tiramisu. People have online saying it smells funny and stuff. Try it, give it a whirl. What do you think?
You know what?
You like that?
I don't like cold coffees though, and cold creamy
It doesn't even
stuff.
taste like a coffee. It tastes like
It's cold.
tiramisu.
It's cold, creamy drink. Give that a quick try.
No,
Have a quick
you
try.
don't get his own
Go on,
straw.
have a quick try.
What annoys me about this? Right,
He's already annoyed, guys. Look,
Right.
he's already fuming. You bring him for a cup of tea on a Sunday, and he's already livid.
Where's a decent wooden spoon? They give you one of them for that. That for a gigantic cup of tea. How am I supposed to stay? Look, just this bending. Look. Joke. Oh, don't. Right, I've got to tell you this. Our good friend Matty, the electrician, yeah, he's doing a job in a house where he's putting in the round the skirting boards, the sockets. So you got to chisel them out and all the rest. And he's chiseling away. Diddy. Fella next door, bang, 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 bang. Excuse me, mate. You're making all this noise. I'm trying to work from home here next door. The cheek. And he's moaning because he's got a Zoom call working from home. Telling Matty to turn it down. I said to Matty, I'd have laid him out flat. So,
He's ruthless, isn't he?
Unbelievable. So it's like, if you're polite and you don't lay him out, just say, mate, get in your car and go to the office. Make your Zoom call from the office. Telling me to stop knocking next door. So Matty, good on Matty, said to him, shall I ring the owner and say I'll stop? Because you know if I stop, there's a plasterer coming in 10 minutes to do the rest of the job. Trotted off. This is what you're up against. Working from home. Unbelievable. I tell you.
He's livid.
Unbelievable.
So is he not trying the tiramisu?
He can have his own straw.
Go on, try the tiramisu.
I've got a straw.
No, you're not dipping your biscuit in your tiramisu.
Try that before you try your tea.
No, you cannot.
Look.
You're not putting biscuit in your tiramisu latte, I'm sorry.
Just try it. Go on, give it a
Okay.
Give it a good.
This isn't what you did to me last night, is it?
Insert clip from last night.
That's nice. That's nice.
It's not as nice as me iced white vodka.
No,
So you
I'm
want-
surprised.
would you have one of them
When
rather
you-
than a cup of tea?
When you said, that's a dessert, that.
It is, it's a dessert.
If you had a nice meal and you're a bit full, change of taste, that would be nice. That.
Have a taste.
Excuse me,
no.
you don't put your straw in my tea. I've got tiramisu in my tea.
It's your straw that I put in your tea.
Tiramisu tea.
You've also took away your dessert bowl, which was my rubbish bowl.
You put your milk in.
And then what?
Put your milk in. There you go.
Honest to God, all the ones was a cup of tea.
Is that enough milk?
Should have stayed at home.
Well, you do come to Starbucks and get tea.
Which is what Matty was slating me for the other night.
Yeah.
How much does a cup of tea cost you? Only 5p.
But look at that, I'm having to squeeze the tea bags. How bad is that? Sunday morning. Easy.
Right,
Easy like Sunday morning.
I got you 10 of these Christmas, which are still in the cupboard.
No, they're not.
They are.
Yeah, they're oldie ones.
They're not. They're Starbucks ones. I got you 10 of them and cost me 20 quid.
20
£2
quid?
a straw.
20
£2 a straw.
Well, you find them,
Because
I
I
need them. I didn't.
came here with the drive-through and said, can I have, and they looked at me a bit funny. I went, honestly, just can I have 10 of your straws?
And I'm easy like Sunday
So you could have had this at home
Ding, 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 ding.
for a fraction of the price.
I wouldn't have had your company, would I?
Yeah, because I was at home.
Guess what? You can't even open them. Look. A little old lady trying to get them open. Let's have a workout first.
Just drink your tea through your straw, will you? Like a child.
You've got to try this,
No,
Captain.
they look horrible. I don't.
They are quite nice, you know.
No.
They are quite nice.
Honest to God, you've got to try this.
Right, okay folks, so here we are then at Liverpool Airport. Dad's just dropping me off. I'm only travelling with a rucksack today, so no little 10 kilos, nothing to check in. And it's actually a nice day again. Had sunshine every single day. Every single day I've been back, it's been lovely. So it's a lovely day for flying. We're going to head in, get through security, see what those new scanners are like, and see what departures are like, see if anything new's gone on or anything's changed. But thanks very much for dropping me off.
Pleasure, and I'll see you as and when. If I can get over to see you or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
we'll see what happens. Hopefully Dad will get over. I've got to get back and see what's going on and get your bathrooms getting done, haven't we?
Well, you've got a vlog down. I want to see what's going on with them.
Yep.
Looking forward to that all coming together and all done in one hit as well. Not like next year, oh, I'll do that one. Oh, next year I'll do that one. Just done. I mean, it's going to hurt financially, but it's job done.
So if any of you don't know, Dad has got a couple of apartments in Los Cristianos. We're getting the bathrooms refurbished at the moment, so going to go and see how they're getting on.
One of them was desperate. One of them was sort of, we didn't like it. And the other one was okay,
quite desperate
but only
as well, really,
okay.
Yeah.
So rather than go desperate, then one, then with just the guys, and it's hard to get guys over there. And we're very lucky, we've got the guys that refurbed your office.
Yep, that we did my
made
office.
a stunning job.
Yeah, so it should be good. Should be good. Right,
that.
let's get ourselves inside. We'll go and see what's going on, have a little coffee and that. I do love arriving here. Look at what I said about Sundays. They're just heaven at these airports. Sundays, faster, easier and friendlier, that's for sure. So it does help that we're from Liverpool as well. But I do find Sundays are an optimal day to travel. If you get a bit stressed with crowds and things like that, and you know, you struggle with maybe traffic getting to your nearest airport. If you're flexible, Sundays are the one to look out for, I find. I do like travelling light as well, just a rucksack, no wheelie cases, no dropping bags off, just a little rucksack and away we go. So we'll see how strict they are with Ryanair on that one as well. Coming back a few days ago with EasyJet, they didn't even check my luggage or anything or check my bag. We'll see, because I have seen online that Ryanair are doing quite a few of that checking now, checking that your bag fits in the little measuring stand thing. So we'll see if they do that or not. But it's so easy laid out. Liverpool are finally quite similar to Tenerife in terms of layout. Very easy. The desks are always nice and empty as well. And if you're interested in Tenerife in particular, you've got 3 airlines now all competing with each other. You've got Jet2 doing Tenerife from here. You've got EasyJet. And you've got Liverpool all doing Tenerife. And there you go, there's Tenerife flight with Jet2 2 today. There probably was an EasyJet one as well, and I'm on the Ryanair. So they're all competing with price, and it gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of like flight times and things. So there you go. They're literally within 30 minutes of each other. But what I found was the Ryanair one was much cheaper than the Jet2 one at this time. I pretty much just go for whoever's cheaper. But it's quite good. You've got the 3 competing with each other, so it keeps the flight prices down a little bit, which is nice. And again, gives you that flexibility. There you go, they're empty, aren't they? Just drop your bag straight in, whichever one you're at. Right, departures, security then, let's see if our new scanners are all up and running, which are happening on most airports in the UK now. Getting the big fancy scanners, which means I'm going to take all your stuff out. Makes it much easier. There you go, heads up, security upgrade in action. But I've heard they've finished, but I will let you know. Now, I always just do the boarding pass on the phone. I find that the easiest. Here we go. So, gate closes at 3 o'clock. Departs 15:35. So I've got plenty of time to have a little wander around and a bit of a mooch, see what's going on in here, grab a coffee and that. Well, not the best start there, guys. That was 25 minutes gone. It wasn't any quicker at all. In some ways, it was almost a bit worse. They pulled my bag. Then the woman comes over, scans it, is this your bag and all that. Then she just mumbles at me, oh, I've got to put it through again, puts it through again. Then it gets held for ages. Then finally released. It was a bit of a shambles, but they don't... You know what it is? It's not clear. They don't give you any clarity on how it works in there. So I had to take my shoes off, but the guy in front of me didn't. The guy behind me didn't. Then a couple of people on, they had to take their shoes off. It's just not clear. And then I was chatting to a nice subscriber behind me who was saying, oh, I've got to get my tablets out and everything. I said, well, these new scanners, you don't. He was like, oh, really? I didn't know that. So I was like, yeah, you leave it in. So he left it in and he was through fine, but there's nothing to tell you that. There's nothing to inform you any of this stuff. So it wasn't the best experience going through there. Not the best. 25 minutes gone, so I now need to grab a little drink. So, holiday drinks for the plane, guys. What do you normally go for? Because most of you would be on your hollybobs now, so is there anything in particular that you normally go for? Any new primes going on? Not at the moment. W.H. Smith was supposed to have them. I might wait and have a little look in Boots, see what we've got going on in Boots. Is there a particular drink you normally go for? Or a meal deal? I forgot, Kit Kat wise, salted caramel, hazelnuts. Oh, they do look good, them actually. Right, I'm going to go and try Boots instead before I buy anything. We do have the new Aspire Lounge on its way here in Liverpool, opening in July. Let's have a quick little look at some of these duty-free prices as we head around, see if anything in particular is going on. I just don't find duty-free that good anymore, but you can let me know. £12 for Smirnoff. I always point out anything sort of different or new. What's this flavour of AU going on? What's this one? Any flavour on it? No? Strange, that must just be the regular one then. 2 for 51. Let's have a quick look at the Oakleys then, because everyone does love my blue pair. Let's have a look what they've got going on, sort of price-wise. Is there any like mine? A lot of people do like mine with the blue lenses, the Oakley Prisms. Not got my exact pair. You've got some sort of similar ones though. How much are they? Oh, they're very lightweight. They look nice, 155. The Prism lens is what you're looking for. You can get Oakleys, but they might not be Prism. And it's the Prism lenses that makes a massive difference to the glasses. Ray-Bans, kids Ray-Bans. I'm sure you'll all... What is your favourite thing to mooch for in the duty-free when you're on your way? I'm sure it's a nice bottle of alcohol, but bear in mind, Tenerife is very cheap for it, and I think you probably would get better prices in Tenerife for this stuff. I do always say that. And you can support local over in Tenerife as well. I do love a round. Do love those roundies. Massive bar of dairy milk, £11.50. It does beat the Tenerife price. When I flew back the other day, a small tiny bar was €5 of dairy milk, which is just insane. Love me Kinder Buenos. Trying to be good though. Trying to be good. All your different body butters and stuff. Right, we're going to carry on down then, because there's another Boots down there I want to have a look at. You've got the Sable & Co kitchen. It's busy in there for a little bit of breakfast, lunch. Let's head down. It's busy actually. Look how busy it is. Liverpool getting very popular now, more and more flights and stuff. So this is the brand new Kissing Gate. They were doing this up last time I flew. This is all back open again, which is nice, all refreshed. It's getting really popular now, which is great. I remember the days in Liverpool was just completely empty, and it was on the brink sometimes. Almost thought it had the same fate as Liverpool Airport, where it did redeem itself. Just grabbing some drinks then, found myself a new Prime bottle. So I'm going to go for that, because I haven't got that one. Orange ice. It's 3 for 2 on most of this now, so I do need to pick up a third bottle. So it's going to cost me like £7 for 3 drinks. It isn't too bad actually. Any Ribena Light? Love me Ribena Light. Doesn't look like they've got any. It's quite limited in here. 3 for 2. We need to find another third bottle of drink. Stay hydrated on these flights. Key thing that staying hydrated. Might have to be an Oasis. Sugar-free Oasis. Now this is another thing I wear all the time on clouds. A lot of people ask me, where do I get them? Where's the best place to get them? I do often get them from JD Sports outside the airport, but if you are passing through the airport, it's well worth picking them up if you want a pair, because you're going to save £26 on tax. So we saw these in JD in the other vlog. They're 160, in here they're 133. So if you can buy them in here, you're going to save 25 quid a pair. I know exactly the same, it's all just because it's duty free, it's tax free. So if you do want a pair of On Clouds, it might be worth you waiting and picking them up in the airport and saving some dosh. Okay then guys, I've had a good little mooch around, nothing really taking my fancy too much. We're going to go and grab a little coffee, a little Starbucks, and hopefully a seat. It is extremely busy, everywhere is full. So I'm hoping I'll find a seat somewhere if I do get a coffee. But yeah, we're very busy in here, but I think I'd rather see it busy than empty and closing like it could have happened quite a few years ago. So we can't complain that it's busy, but they're going to need to get some more seating going on and stuff, I think, as soon as they can. Like we've got some seats in Starbucks as well. I'm going to grab a bacon roll because we actually didn't get a chance to have any with Dad before, so I'm a bit peckish. Going to grab a bacon roll. I do like the sausage one in here with the gotten on, but there is actually some seating in here, which is good. So I've got this little second Starbucks of the day. Treat yourself, travel day, gotta be done. Well, this is going down very, very nicely. The smoked bacon for a change. Got my caramel latte, and it's now 2:10, so I've got a little bit of time to relax in here. Yeah, there's probably the place with the most seats is Starbucks, surprisingly. I've just gone for a little tall one. And we've got some decent views. Got very lucky with the weather. Every single day I've been here, all 4 days. It's been nice and sunny. Okay, well, the airport is very, very busy. But interesting story there in Starbucks. I didn't want to tell the story whilst in Starbucks because the lady was still around, but she came in with her daughter, really young daughter. And I've only ever heard of pup cups before, but she was like, can I have a childraccino or something it was called, or a childachino? It was some form of cappuccino for the little one. The little one didn't really seem interested, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. But, oh, the attitude on this woman. The poor girls are snowed under in there, rushing out the coffees for everyone. And, you know, everyone's travelling, everyone's stressed, aren't they? They're not exactly getting, like, pleases and thank yous. I always make sure I do. But this woman, she got this childraccino or whatever it was. And then she straight away, like, grabs the cup. No, way too hot. I asked for it warm. Not hot. And these like poor girls are like rushing around trying to do like all kinds of different orders. A childraccino, never heard of one before. But yeah, it was just the woman was like so demanding. It was like just go with it and let it cool down a minute. No, I asked for it only warm, not hot. And I see both sides because I suppose she's paying the money for this childraccino, but it was just so rude to the poor girls. Are like working hard there. It's not their fault that they're like understaffed in there and it's busy. But yeah, a childraccino is a face for me. And yeah, too hot for the daughter to drink. Must only be warm. If you're doing a childraccino, make sure you ask for only warm, not hot. A childraccino is a new one for me. I heard of a puppuccino, but I don't know what a childraccino is. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's busy. I've freed up my table. The only table I could get was for a table of 5, and there was families like trying to sit down and eat and stuff, and I'm not that sort of person that would sit there, you know, on a table for 5, just me on my own. So I've come to the side. I'll finish my coffee and go and sit down towards the gates. But yeah, the attitude on the woman, but no please, thanks, no nothing, no thank you, no sorry, you know, it's a bit hot for my daughter. It was like, no. And like, even when she ordered it, she's in front of me, there's no please, thanks, no nothing. She was fuming when she couldn't get chocolate sauce on this childraccino, whatever it was. The little girl just wanted to run off and play with the machines, but she was getting me to have this childraccino. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so travel day tips then for Tenerife. Any of you got anything particular in mind, apart from making sure you book your car in advance? If you're going to rent a car, that is what I do over there full time. Sanasti, that's a car rental company that has been running for over 45 years now. And you can pick up and drop off your car in the Tenerife South Airport without any queues, huge deposits, all that hard sale and stuff. When you land, you will literally land on the flight. I will show you the process because I'm picking one of my cars up. You're literally going to walk straight out the airport doors. You're going to have on your phone what car you're looking for, what the registration is, where the keys are, where it's parked, and you'll walk straight out the airport doors to your car, jump in, and off you go. No doing paperwork, no hard sales, no getting... most of these big companies now have shuttle buses that you have to queue up and get a shuttle bus to off-site to then go and queue up and do the paperwork and get your car and save all of that. So do make sure if you're going to book a car, sanasti.com. The other big recommendation I've got, who are today's video sponsor, which is the Tenerife Channel excursions. So if you want to book any excursions at all for Tenerife, Tenerife Channel has got you covered. The big thing with the Tenerife Channel is you can book in advance. Now, all of the excursions this summer are really, really busy. We're in for a record-breaking summer in Tenerife. So your boat trips, your jet skis, all of that stuff is really busy. You're going to want to try and get it all booked in advance. There's a few benefits to that. A, you know your holiday budget, and you know you're flying off to Tenerife. Your excursions are booked and paid for. You can relax. You've got your holiday money in the bank, and you're not, you know, struggling to budget and, oh, I might need this for the jet skis, I might need this much for Siam Park. You've got it paid for, boxed off, your tickets are on your phone, job done. Secondly, a lot of people waste a lot of time on their holiday hunting around, trying to get onto boat trips, trying to book things and going here, there and everywhere. You're going to save all that. You'll be chilling by the pool with everything booked on your phone while everyone else is trying to hunt around and book onto stuff last minute and trying to change their schedule around. They can't do a boat trip on Tuesday, but they can on Thursday and all of that. So there is some big benefits there. They are the best prices you can get on the Tenerife Channel Excursions website. There is the Knightstrider code as well, which often does get you discounts on different excursions. It's a different one each month, so make sure you put the Knightstrider code in. The link is in the description, and you can get everything boxed off and sorted. If you want any help booking those excursions, you can pop into my Sanasti car rental office in Los Cristianos as well, and I will help them get you all booked up nice and easy. So they're my two big recommendations to start with. If any of you do have any others in particular, let me know. The other main thing I'd make sure you do is just not drink too much. I had a real disruptive passenger on the way back on a few days ago, and he was calling the poor cabin crew C words and everything. It wasn't pleasant, so do look after yourselves. Don't get too bladdered on these flights, because you might get diverted, you might get banned for life, and you're going to arrive in Tenerife a bit of a mess as well. So do be careful on the old ale. Drink responsibly before it gets banned completely, I think is where it's heading at the moment. So yeah, try and do look after yourselves. But any recommendations for anyone travelling to Tenerife, let us know down in the comments. Taxis the other end, I'll give you some tips on those, and also how you can get the Airport Express bus to your resort as well for really, really cheap, €3.40 for the Airport Express bus. I'll show you that when we get the other end as well. But yeah, if you do want a car, you can have it delivered to your hotel. You can pick it up in Los Cristianos, you can pick it up and return it at the airport. We're really flexible, so do give me a shout. And if you're enjoying the vlog, make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. We'll go and take a little bit of a wander, kill some time, stretch the legs, That's the other thing I like to do, is not sit down too much when I'm in the airport, because I know I'm going to be sitting on that plane for 4 hours. So I like to try and stand up as much as I can, knowing that the next few hours are going to be sitting down. Just to show you the menu here at Table & Co. If you want to treat yourself a little bit on your travel day here in Liverpool. Oh, the menu's just gone off, just as I've gone to show it. There you go, we've got some burgers and stuff coming up. Let me show you the menu here. This is the all-day menu. This isn't breakfast, it's just gone off again. I'm having a nightmare here. Is one of you going to show me the menu? It's crazy. Just gone up to show it. Oh, look at that, mac and cheese does look good though. I didn't have the best experience for breakfast in here, but it had just opened, so I do need to try it again. It won't be today, but I do love the decor and everything. It is gorgeous in there. I can't show you the menu because it keeps going off. That does look pretty good actually. Right everyone, so we are gate 17, which is actually down the stairs. So there's some gates just down here. So this is where we're off to, 17. They just announced it, so we're all on time, which is great. Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, so here is our bed to take us back to Tenerife then. Our little cheeky Ryanair, and don't forget I'm going to be showing you the best seat on this flight. The best plane, it's the best plane seat on the Ryanair. You're going to have to look out for this one. This might surprise some of you. Got a hen do getting on there. They'll be having a great time in Tenerife. So I'm going to get on the back. Now the seat you're going to be looking for is going to be, you might have already seen it on the boarding pass. When you're checking in, you're paying for your seats. You're going to be looking for number 29F. Now wait till you see this seat. It's quite unique, this little seat. I tell you what, it's still nice and mild today. Even though it's a bit more overcast today, still lovely and mild. Wait till you see this seat. So this is seat 21F. Very unique with the amount of space in the front. And that's why I picked this specific seat. I can literally stretch my legs right the way out. So if you're tall like me, this is why this seat is perfect. You can stretch your legs right the way out. Now this is extra leg room. The opposite of what we had on EasyJet on the way back. And I've just noticed these are quite nice. These padded armrests, don't normally have them. Like padded armrests. So they're not padded, but on the edge here, I've got a padded. This is padded and spongy. So normally rock hard, but this is nice and soft. So you go, seat 29F guys. You got a window view as well. Padded armrest, nice and comfy. And I can just do that. Lovely. Oh, that's heaven. Heaven. I feel like I'm almost sat on the wing.
Went to Tenerife in the original 4 hours, 20 minutes. We expect some flight turbulence across Portuguese airspace, and remainder of the flight should be nice and smooth. Weather at destination, fantastic. No clouds, temperature 23 degrees as well. Turn cabin captures, ring out, over the cake and one with the demonstration over the pressure can get back relax on the
Couple crew seats for departure, please.
Okay, so the flight was quite loud, so I couldn't really do much talking on the plane. But as you can see, I did get some food. I got a nice bacon roll again, second one of the day, and some Pringles and things. I was loving the extra leg room. But then that's where things got a little bit fun. Once again, the alcohol kicking in and everyone around us, of course, they're having a great time and having fun. I'm all for that. But it was, you know, leaning all over me and, standing on those chairs pretty much the whole flight. So you felt very penned in when you're sitting down and you've got someone sort of stood up or on their knees next to you. It is, quite disturbing. I just got my head down, did some editing and watched some stuff on my phone. But thankfully, I had the AirPod Pros with the noise cancellation because it was getting quite rowdy. Big gang of lads behind us. Again, they're having a great time, having fun. But I just don't know where it's all heading with the whole alcohol consumption on the planes. You can see how much ale they're offering. The prices as well. I honestly think they make more money selling in ale than they do on the actual airfare themselves. But I do wonder where it's heading to. To be honest, the cabin crew didn't particularly seem interested in calming anything down or, trying to make sure other passengers were comfortable. It was all just get the money in. What do you want next? What do you want next? What do you want next? Which was a bit of a shame. And as you can see, it just went on. And I just got my head down. But in the end, it was, it got, a bit of, a little bit disturbing. And in the end, I just got really frustrated, tried to have a few naps. Other than that, the flight was good. I was made up with the seat. And I was just on a very lively flight. And I wasn't obviously in a very party kind of mood, really. But do let me know, would you ban alcohol on flights altogether? Would you limit it to how many each person can buy? 2 drinks on board and that's it. Because these flights, they're long. And, they save up, they budget and plan to drink on the flight the whole way. It's 4.5 hours. How do I pass the time? Get bladdered. But not everyone is in that boat and that party mood. And there's got to be a bit of a balance for passengers who just want to, sit calmly and take the flight in rather than party the flight away. So, yeah, do let me know in the comments. Have you had any of these flights where you've been on board and you've maybe even asked to move? I got to the point where I was tempted to ask to move, but it was a full flight, so there was nowhere to move to. But yeah, I think it does make you wonder. It makes me think maybe next time, row 1, no matter the legroom length, row 1, you cannot be disturbed up there, really. So it does limit how much you can have around you with it being row 1. But let's get landing here in Tenerife and continue with the vlog and the tips and tricks. And I'll tell you about the flight as well.
Are you ready to land? 3, 2, 1. You ready?
Yeah, we are, Mum.
3, 2, 1, go.
No, I haven't landed yet.
Yes.
Of course we have. It's your boy. Come on, girl. It's your face, isn't it? Very adaptive.
This one? Caviar that? Oh, that's racist, that.
Wow, what a flight. That's got to have been the worst flight to Tenerife I've ever done. That was horrendous. I'll talk a little bit about that later on. For now, though, we do have an air bridge, which is nice. That's a bit of a change. Normally on the bus, so no bus today. Straight off the air bridge. And then we'll get through passport control, but my word, that flight was horrendous. Horrendous. Okay, so passport's all done. It was actually quite smooth. The bags are coming off there if you were getting bags, but we're not, thankfully. We are heading straight out to the car park to pick up our Celasti car hire to go home in. But on my way out though, we'll show you where the taxis are and everything as well. Okay, so as you come out, on your left will be all the rent-a-cars. Straight out this way will be all your coach transfers, and straight out that way to the right is all of the taxis. And there's plenty of taxis out there at the moment. We'll go straight out this way and head straight to the car park, where I know which car I'm looking for, etc. already. Yeah, this is where all your bus transfers are. But, oh, that flight, worst I've ever done. Seat was amazing. The actual seat was great. But, oh, all the people around, on the lash, up, down, and then they were all, like, leaning over the seats, and so I'm, like, crammed in, and they're leaning over you, singing, shouting, you name it. It was, and even with my noise cancellation AirPods, there was no drowning it out. So yeah, it wasn't the best flight. It was okay, as in the flight time, the staff, the service, all of that was great. It was just you found all those passengers that were proper party time and leaning everywhere, which drove me a bit nuts. Now, don't forget, I did mention earlier about the bus. So if you come here to the little main bus section here, these green signs, the tipsy sign, now what you're going to be looking for is the number 40, which is the Airport Express. That will take you to Los Cristianos, Las Americas, Costa Rica for between €3.60 and like €3.80. It's a specially designed Airport Express bus, which has all your rails and stuff for your luggage and everything. You'll just come to these screens. You can buy your tickets here if you want to, or you just tap contactless on the bus or pay in cash on the bus. But you can buy a bus pass there if you want to. But that bus will save you a ton of money. A taxi to Los Cristianos from here, you're looking about 27. Las Americas, 27 to 29. Certain parts of Costa Rica, €35, €30. So you're going to save quite a bit if you don't mind a little bit of a walk when you get off the bus stop to your hotel. Maybe you're just travelling with like a backpack like me. You can save a good chunk of money there. And it's every 30 minutes. It's a really good service. So there we go. It's a little bit overcast. Actually, it was better weather in the UK, wasn't it? It won't last long though. It won't last long. We'll be back to normal tomorrow here, I imagine. It's certainly warmer, that's for sure, than it is in the UK in the evening time. But we're straight in to go and get the car. I've got the Skoda Kodiaq tonight. So don't forget, if you do want to book a car, just do what I'm doing. You walk straight out the door, straight to your car, synasty.com, or you can have it delivered to your hotel, etc. But yeah, I kept trying to switch off and go to sleep, and then your chair would be getting banged, and the legroom was amazing. Then this girl that was leaning over the chair next to me was banging the woman's chair in front. The woman in front was like, "Could you please stop banging my chair?" Well, that was it then. She was a fat this, and don't even go there. Now the staff were good, but they were really not interested or particularly interested in controlling anything. They continued to save the aisle, save the aisle, save the aisle. And it was getting worse and worse and worse. And they just were not bothered. Now the cabin crew, air hostess that sat opposite me to land, she was saying to the lady next to her, they were chatting, and she did say the Tenerife route is the worst. And it's not because of the clientele in particular. It's not like all the crazy party animals are coming to Tenerife. It's because of the flight time, the amount of time in the air. 4.5 hour flight. They've had 2 odd hours in the airport. So it's the amount of time they're drinking for. You know, you hop over to Spain, Benidorm, it's 2 hours. 4.5 hours on that, on the ale. And I think they know it's a long flight as well, so they go extra on the ale in the airport. So she said the Tenerife ones are the worst for fights and things like that. Nuts. So definitely the worst. My head is mashed. The worst flight I've done over here. It was on time, it landed early, the seat was great. But you know what it's like, if any of you've been on a flight like that where they're all around you and they're yarking, and I know they're in a good mood and happy to come to Tenerife, which is fair enough, but yeah, my head is hammered. Well, that was super easy. Got the car, got the Kodiaq. Let's hit the road and get back to Los Cristianos. So I've actually come straight down to the Golden Mile just for you all to catch a little bit of the holiday vibe. Now the weather isn't the best actually down here today. It's not been the perfect couple of days, but it is brightening up in the week. But I wanted to come down and get straight into those holiday feels for you all. It's a bit different for me coming back because I'm coming sort of back home where I live, but for you all, you'd be all excited now, checking into your hotel, you know, getting unpacked, getting your room, finding out what room you've got. Oh yeah, you okay? And then going from there. So let me know, what is your favourite part of a Tenerife travel day? Is it finding out what room you've got? Is it, you know, checking into the hotel? Is it getting straight out for that first little drink, that first little beer? Let me know. What's your favourite part? And we'll have a little wander down here, soaking in the Golden Mile vibes. Now it is May, so you can see how sort of busy it is at the moment, so it's a little bit quieter. But just to warn you all to try and make sure you're booking into all of these restaurants and stuff down here in advance. So if you're fancying a meal in some of these restaurants, they're very busy. Make sure you get your reservations in. Now a lot of people ask me, how do I make my reservations? So you can either do it online, if some of them have a website. Some of them do have websites or apps that you can book on, but most of them will be pretty old school and you'll have to call them up to make a reservation. So it just depends on what restaurants they are. The likes of Venture Group with Bianco's, Empire Steakhouse, they have an app or the website you can book on. But the likes of Vegas Grill, very popular, doesn't have a website or an app to book on, so you'd have to call them. Some of them you can message them on Facebook, so it's a whole variation, but try and get your reservations in advance if you can. Is it really going to help you out? I just love it down here. It is a bit overcast, but I'm loving it down here. Getting back into the Tenerife feels. Gorgeous. Let's have a quick look at the fountain. And then later on, I'm going to obviously go home after this and I get a shower, get changed and everything. And we'll head down to Buddy's Bar, which is mine and Laura's bar in Los Cristianos. If you want an amazing cocktail, that's where you're going to want to come. In Los Cristianos, come and see me and Laura. Support our bar. And you'll get some amazing cocktails in there, all the best ingredients and everything. And there you go, there is your fountain this evening. It's pretty quiet, but it will get busier. It really will. We've got these new little signs now which demonstrate the little music show that they do on here. It's never changed for years, which is a shame. It gets a bit boring after 10 years. I do wish they'd mix it up, but there you go. It's on every night at 9 and at 10, the little fountain show here with the music. So that'll be coming up pretty soon actually on there. Get the fountain going. We've got the Hard Rock over here. You have also got security down here now in front of the Safari Centre. I just thought we'd come straight down to the Golden Mile. It was an extra junction on the motorway. Get you all in the holiday mood. And I'm sure a lot of you wish you could jump through the screen now, get yourself up for a little drink, get yourself in some of these restaurants and enjoy. But I'm going to take you to our bar a little bit later on. We'll see how Buddy's is getting on. Go and say hello to Laura and get myself back into the routine. Right then everyone, so I've just pulled up at Buddy's. Going to go and say hello to Laura, see what's going on in the bar, see what's been going on while I've been away for the few days. If any of you don't know, I'm sure a lot of you do, this is mine and Laura's bar here in Los Cristianos. Amazing cocktails. We'll go and say hello to the girls, see what's going on, and say hello to Laura, and we'll go from there. It'll be bedtime soon for me. I am knackered. How's it going then, Laura? All good? It's been a busy few days while I was away.
It's really picking up now, so yeah.
Good stuff. What we're making here? Garvey Bangarang.
Pina colada. Well, pina colada. Yeah,
Okay.
so we've been really
How's it going, Katie? All good?
Yes.
Been busy? Steady? That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, the girls smashed it last night whilst I was off.
Good stuff.
And we smashed it tonight.
Nice. That's what we're making now then, Laura.
We're making 3 pina coladas and then
3 pina coladas, not just 1, 3. 3 in a row.
Moscow Mule. I don't know.
It's all going on. What's been the most ordered today then?
Cherry moonshine, daiquiris.
Earlier on daiquiris, now cherry moonshines, now Laura coladas. It's all happening. If you want a proper quality cocktail, get yourself into Buddy's. I'll show you this. These pina coladas are amazing. We've got all our sweets and stuff that go on top. And then we have a Coors, Madry and Thatcher's on draft. There you go, look at that round the top of the glass there, nice. Let me show you these when they come out. Look at at that creamy goodness going on there. Nice. Do these get a little decoration in top, Laura, or these are just straight up these ones?
Straight up.
Look at that. If you like a pina colada. Is all that extra in the tub for you, is it?
No.
Does that make the shift go quicker, does it?
And these are for downstairs, and these are for the upstairs table we wanted to do.
Okay, I do need to show you upstairs as well. So this is our downstairs here. I do need to show you upstairs as well, because they do have the upstairs terrace. This is filling up nicely as well. A lot of people have been on this one. On the old little Buddies memory wall. There you go, leave your memories forever in Buddies. Okay, and just to show you, this is our roof terrace. Now in the afternoons it's full up here, and then of an evening time, it's at the moment it's a little bit quieter up here of an evening time, but this does get very busy up here as well. It just depends on the time, the temperature. It's a little bit cooler at the moment in the evening. Just this week's cooled off a bit, so everyone wants to be downstairs where it's a little bit warmer, but in the summer it's very busy up here, especially in the afternoons, because you do get a nice little view, you get a little bit of a breeze. But yeah, at the moment it's just a little bit cooler. Once the sun goes down, yeah, it's a nice chilled space up here. Nice and chilled out. Okay, well, the bar is busy in there tonight. Just been chatting with everyone and saying hello and speaking to Colin and Karen and stuff. I've just popped to the shop there to pick up something for the team. Always checking if they need stuff, if they want a little chocolate bar or anything, little boosts through the night. But yeah, it's been busy, and thank you everyone who's been down and everything this week. It's going really well. If you want a good cocktail, that's what we're all about, the cocktails. So if you enjoy one, we've got great mocktails as well. If you don't drink, I just had a lovely lady in who's just done about 5 mocktails. We do really good mocktails, including our frozen strawberry daiquiri mocktail version, and also our bestseller, the cherry moonshine, also comes in a mocktail version as well. But I'm going to pop back in, and there's actually people waiting to get in now. It is busy tonight. It is busy.
Yay! Look at that!
Okay then everyone, so that is travel day complete. Back home, snuggles with the dog. Here he is, little Rio. Miss me little boy. So that's it for travel day. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your favourite part of a Tenerife travel day. The island still seems very busy, considering it's now May and meant to be quiet time and things. There's no quiet time in Tenerife anymore, let me tell you. All the flights are full. We are busy, which is great. And don't forget, if you do want a nice drink, pop down to Buddies. If you do want to rent a car, sanasti.com. And don't forget your excursions as well. Tenerife channel. I'll leave the QR code on the screen. If you scan that, that'll take you through to the site, and you can get all your trips and stuff booked in advance. And you're trying to say hello, are you, Rio? Hey? Try to say hello. Say hello then. Say hello then. Say hello then. Good boy. I think he's missed me, so yeah, make sure you get your stuff booked. It's busy, and you'll thank me later, because you'll be chilling, relaxed. It just makes it so much less stressful than trying to hunt around and find stuff. So best way to do it. Thank you all very much for watching. If you want more Tenerife content, make sure you hit the subscribe as well. Loads coming up and loads already on the channel, so do check it out. Hit the thumbs up and stride on, get those Tenerife flights booked. Get yourself over here and get yourself on one of these famous Tenerife travel days.